name is Mandy. I was writing a little message in the thingy, and I am designing a creature. So, if you have any ideas, feel free to share. It's an ambush. Okay, yeah, it's an ambush creature, whatever. Okay, so let's design this thing. Okay, so this is a commission, and I'm just checking that everything's working all good. Just turn that. Okay, cool. Hi, my name is Amanda, and yeah, I'm designing a D&D monster for a client as a commission, and yeah, thought I'd just pop on stream and do a little bit of designing on the stream. These are demons and hunting fiends. They're focused around speed and stealth. Speed and stealth with elongated claws and sensory enhancement to help them locate prey. They also have a full coat of spines that usually lay flat against their skin, but when threatened by a large creature will extend around them like a porcupine to dissuade larger Hollowborn from eating them. Okay, let me read that again. A fast ambush predator derived from lesser demons and hunting fiends. They are focused around speed and stealth with elongated claws and sensory enhancement to help them locate prey. They also have a full coat of spines. Okay, you know what, actually? You know what I'm feeling? You know what I'm hearing with that? I'm hearing... Because I'm hearing maybe something that's like a big cat, maybe, right? Because what I was originally thinking was... And where's my... oh, here it is, my little layers. Here's what I'm thinking. I was kind of going for a bit of an ape thing right here. I was thinking something like, I don't know, some kind of big... you know, big elongated claws and all that, but actually this creature would be really slow, wouldn't it? So we want a creature that's like quite fast, like a fast ambush predator, something that's stealthy, right? So yeah, this is like, what I'm creating right now is like a kind of slow, clumsy, kind of ape-like creature. So I don't think that's going to dissuade larger Hollowborn. Okay, so I'm guessing that this is a little bit of a smaller creature because it has a defense mechanism in it to protect it against larger predators, right? So what I'm going to look at in that case is maybe a small cat, a small wildcat design. So let's put something like that. Maybe, let's see what we got on this page. I'm looking at, we've got wildcat, bobcat, a puma, marbled cat, an Iberian lynx, a jaguarundi. It's like a little mini jaguar. That's cute. An ocelot, something like that. That's what I'm thinking, right? Because yeah, like small cats are ambush predators, and they're small and require, like, they're not scavengers. They're ambush predators. But you know what else is an ambush predator? Like little rodents and stuff, like weasels and things like that. So I am, oh yeah, here we go, like a hyena type deal. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm gonna like use the base, just as a starting base. I think I'm gonna go with like the basic structure of maybe a small cat. So let's try that. Now, how do you draw something like that? Okay, I might have to look up some references of cats, because they've got a lot of pictures in here, but like, yeah, nothing that's like, I don't feel like there's anything here I can actually use as a reference. But you know what? Let's just wing it. Okay, so maybe like an ambush predator. You might want to have like, they've got like some pictures here of them like stalking, right? So we might want to have a bit of a stalking, whatchamacallit? Oh my god, I can't remember words. Pose, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, let's just like kind of like scribble away and just kind of like see what comes up. Okay, so I'm not sure, I don't know what I was doing with the back. I was thinking, do I want to give it like a kind of a hump kind of look? But maybe not, I don't know. I saw something like that in in one of the Final Fantasy games, and I thought it looked cool, but I don't know if it would be like appropriate for this. But you know, they still do have like those big, you know, shoulder back bone things, like just in general, like animals do. I feel like I need to look up some references of cats actually. I'm kind of halfly just kind of winging this. So we'll see how it goes. We'll wing it first, and if it doesn't, you know, I'll wing it first, and if it doesn't really pan out, then we'll look up some reference images. So yeah, we'll see how it goes just winging it. I do have kind of some images out on the page I'm looking at, but they're all like climbing trees and stuff, and yeah, I don't feel like there's anything there I could actually use. That's okay. But yeah, they've got elongated claws, eh? Okay, we'll start off with something like this. Just as like a starting base, you know, and then we'll just kind of like mess around with the design and add some extra things on there and all that. So I'm thinking like it might be kind of cool if I had like elongated limbs. Like I like the look of the lynx. Like a lynx looks like a pretty cool creature. So it might be kind of cool to give it some, I don't know, some little stripy bits as well. I know that like traditionally animals have like a bit of a belly, they have a bit like a fat storage, but since this is kind of like more of a fantasy creature, I'm thinking it might be kind of cool to, you know, give it that kind of, also this is like a kind of a cursed monster as well, so we might be kind of cool to give it a, you know, a hollowed out belly, and maybe, you know, you can see some of its ribs and all that. And I'm wondering, should it have a tail? We'll give it a tail, eh? Maybe it could have some kind of cool flame at the end of it or something, like a little Charizard type deal. Something like that. Yeah, need the sound effect to go with it. Yeah, I feel like we're getting there with like the general vibe, but the best thing, we're like, you know, the head is kind of down like this, and it's looking up in that direction. It's got some ears, and so we got like we just want to get the basic structure first, and then we'll add some kind of like different things to it, like, I don't know, bones sticking out and all that jazz, right? And I actually think that would be pretty cool if they had like a couple, maybe an extra pair of eyes or something here, you know? And maybe some kind of like big, long, like a long fleshy whisker here. Just for those like, because it's supposed to have like extra sensory functions, right? Okay. Okay, I'm just having a quick look at some photo references of an ocelot, just so I can get kind of a rough idea of pose and all that. So I just want to make sure that I'm kind of drawing this right. Okay, so, I see something that I've done wrong here. So it should be that, like, if this arm is going forward, then the back leg needs to go in the opposite direction, I think. Referencing my references now, because it's like, I don't know, like, if what I'm looking at is AI, like, and I don't want to accidentally use, like, an AI, like, photo, like, for AI reference, you know? So, yeah, oh my god. Anyway, that's okay, that's okay. That's just part of the world now. Okay, we'll make it look kind of cool, like evil and stuff. We'll like kind of hollow out its eyes and stuff. Just cause, I don't know, that could be cool. feel like I'm messing up that back leg, eh? But that's okay. You know what I could do? Maybe this. Yeah, actually I feel like that's a bit better actually, just curving the back like that. So it also, I kind of want to elongate its body in general, just because I think it would look cool as a fantasy creature. So we'll do that. We'll kind of elongate the body a bit. Something like that. So yeah, basically we're just trying to get the basic shape at the moment. Like, this is not going to be the final design of the creature at all. I just want to like get things kind of the basic shape. So yeah, the basic shape of like, I'm kind of like going to base it off kind of an ocelot, you know? And then after that, then we'll just kind of like add in different kinds of alien features and things like that. Okay, so this is the back leg. I need to practice drawing animals more. This is what this is teaching me. Oh, whoops. Something like that, right? Doesn't have to be perfect right now, but I would like to get like the basic shape at least. Okay, I'm gonna make a new layer real quick, and I'm just gonna the features. And I'm actually just gonna like put these up here so we know what they have. So elongated claws. That's one feature that this needs to have. It is also a fast ambush predator. Speedy and stealthy. What else? We got the elongated claws, sensory enhancement. To help them locate prey. They also have a full coat of spines. So like basically porcupine spines. Okay, that is. So let me just, this is like real messy now, so let me just like, I don't know. Kind of put those down there. Or should we put them at the bottom? That might be a bit better. What do you think, buddy? Buddy? That's my cat. Oh, you could be my reference, buddy. That's okay. Alright, so those are the features that we need to keep in mind. Now, let's go back to our main, whatchamacallit, our main layer, and we might as well make this a bit bigger, eh? So I'm just thinking, okay, I'm actually pretty happy with like the main shape of it. But, what is up with this back in that direction and the back one is like that? I think it's like that. Yeah, something like that, eh? But now it's like, what do I do with the, yeah, okay, so like this back leg comes forward like that kind of thing. I'm not really happy with that back foot, but like, I don't know if I do something like that, or where's a vet? We need a vet up in here. Because my instinct is that it's like it's going to be planted on the ground, I think. That's the instinct anyway. And also, I actually feel like this leg in general should be a lot longer. Since it is like an ambush predator and all that. Okay. And you know, I feel like the tail should be a bit longer as well. So why don't we just like, I don't know, put it over there like that. Yeah, okay, that works, I guess. Okay, I guess we will decrease the opacity of that layer, and let's but I kind of want to make it look kind of alien-y. Like we could kind of do something like this maybe. I don't know, we'll just play around with it and see what comes up. Okay, so it has like porcupine spines. I'm thinking maybe I will maybe have them kind of like half activated, so to speak. I kind of have an idea about like, because I think it'd be kind of cool if we just had them kind of there like that. Just, you know, like where the shoulders are. I'm not too sure about this. Like have a thing here where they can't see. They need to be able to see. Yeah, so ambush predators like have like eyes in the front there like that. I don't know, we'll just play around with the design and see what kind of comes up. Also, I think it would be cool if they had like a second pair of eyes. For like the, you know, whole sensory enhancement thing. We could do something like this maybe with the ears. Also, I don't think we'll give it fur. Also, I'm not sure about the snout either. We could give it like a T-Rex type of T-Rex snout. Make it look angrier. And we'll give it some like big long kind of like some whiskers, you know. Something like that, but I don't know about the snout. I'm not convinced. Let's just keep playing around with it. Also, we should add some like stripes and stuff. Some like Okay, you just have a bit of a T-Rex snout. Like a, yeah, a reptilian snout right there. Which I don't know about. I don't know about it. We'll just keep messing around with the design until something clicks. That's pretty much the way to do it. Get some little bones on the side here. We could also give it like horns. That could be interesting. But I feel like if we give them horns, we have to put it above the ears, right? I don't know about those ears actually. I'm not quite convinced by the ears. Also, I feel like the lower layer needs to be a little bit lower in opacity. Some horns, kind of like this, I guess. We'll just try a few different variations. Okay, so we could give it horns like this. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling that one. Let's see what else we got. Whoops, shit. My bad. We could give it horns like that. Yeah, nah, I'm not feeling that one because it's like, it's not very kind of stalkery. And if I were to give it like big, kind of like flamboyant horns like that, again, not very stalkery, you know, this is like, it should have horns that help with its stalker features. But yeah, maybe just leaving it with, maybe instead of doing horns, I could do some spikes on its back, like on its like neck. Yeah, actually it's not a bad idea because then you can have these kind of like little spikes that lead into the bigger porcupine spikes. Yeah, something like that. Okay, let's save it. Okay, I'm not sure. They have these little tufts on the end of them. I'm not sure why they have those, but they look cool. So we could use some of that design. And the ears are kind of like turned up a bit just to... Okay, so what would happen if I gave it 2 pairs of ears? What would that look like? It looks interesting. Looks interesting. Reptile skin thing that goes out like that. But that actually might interfere with the stealth aspect as well. So I don't know, we'll think about it. But yeah, we'll have some little mini spikes that kind of lead into the bigger porcupine spikes. I'm convinced on the snout. I think it should be a bit thinner. Let's grab that liquefy tool and see if we can just... Yeah, something like scavenger rather than ambush predator. So that's something to be kind of careful about. And again, it could make it look a little bit more threatening though, if it has a bit of a longer snout. And it needs to have elongated claws, so I'm just wondering how long the claws should be. Like super elongated, or I don't know, we'll just play around with it and see what happens. Yeah, I don't know about this, eh? Like, what do you do with elongated claws? Like, to me this is giving rodent, and I'm not feeling it. Yeah, we could put some scales along there maybe. That, you know what it reminds me of actually? It reminds me of a rat. That's what it reminds me of. And I'm thinking that I don't want it to look or feel like a rat. And maybe it's the ears. And the snout. I think I made it a bit too, like, tapered at the end. I don't know, let's have a look at the... It just looks too much like a rat to me. It annoys me. Maybe I'll make the ears a little bit more, I don't know, like standing upright. Maybe that will help. Maybe a little bit sharper as well, because I think that rats have kind of rounder ears, I think. Yeah, just in general. I don't like the snout. Okay, let's erase it. Some reptiles that could give me some ideas. Yeah, maybe instead of those being horns, they could be like extra porcupine spikes. Just to kind of show like they're, you know, starting. Yeah, I think it's this. So I don't know how Curses is supposed to look. No, that's okay. Also, do we want to have like a thing where it's like its mouth is open? You can see like all the teeth inside and all that. Maybe it has like a snake tongue. I feel like that might be a bit too much. Also, do we want to give it a bit of a, you know what I mean? Like a kind of one of those, like a big back hump kind of thing. Kind of like this, is what I mean. Yeah, that could be interesting. We could do some interesting things with that. Okay, it's just got like a few spines on the back here. Kind of give it a bit of an Angie look. Also, I just realized I just gave it like 3 claws. I think it should have more claws. Like 4 claws, right? So what do we want to put on its back? Maybe some camo. Gotta give it some camo. Something like that. Basically, we'll just give it stripes all along its back. And maybe its tail. We'll give it like a stripy tail. I think it'd be cool to give it something at the end of the tail, maybe a little spike thing or something. Maybe like a big spike thing. Yeah, I don't know about the spots. I think we'll just give it stripes. Gee, we'll have like little mini porcupine things that kind of start there and gradually get bigger. I don't know what it would look like. It'd probably be like. Yeah, but we could make them like a bit smaller as they kind of go down the back as well. Realize that its head is really not that much for